Hi guys. So it is now 7:34. We are waiting for our Uber to pick us up. We are going to Universal. To Mike Korzenok and other people who are from Great Adventure past history. I was able to connect with our friend, and I am hoping to see him for just a moment or two at 3:30 when he's done work. No guarantees on what that time will be. Maybe best case I'll give you a picture. That's about all I'm going to promise. So we got in around, we finally got to bed around midnight. Am I allowed to talk about this morning? So I said, all right, so make sure you have your Universal ticket, as we were packing up to go, and he went, crap. Probably not as politely as that. We had purchased tickets for an undercover tourist. He did not have those tickets with him. So we ended up having to buy him a new ticket this morning. I do recommend if you buy it online, you can send it to, they'll send you an email and you add it to your Apple Wallet or whatever you have in your phone. Because it still saves them about $13 from the gate to here. Did you want to say hi this morning?
Hi this morning.
That's his fabulous new hat, by the way. Let me see who's here. Oh, this could be him. I thought it was our Uber driver. It was not our Uber driver. It was somebody else honking a horn, and then a similar looking car to the Uber car nearby. So yeah, here's downstairs at my timeshare. This is really the parking lot view part of it. But it is really kind of nice. Nice little water features. The building you kind of see underneath this overhanging, that's the building we're in, but at the very top floor. In fact, while we're waiting, I'm going to do a very quick walk over and just give you a quick view. Since you've seen the pool from the one side, this way you can see the pool from the other side. And it is nice. So this will be our view, and we're like midway through. We do not have a balcony. So, oh yeah, probably almost exactly. All right, so very top floor. You're going to see little like dark shutters in the middle there that don't have balconies. And one of those is our room. My guess is it's the one to the left. Yeah, because we only have that half. So that's probably our room on that top floor. And this is the pool you were looking down at. The water features haven't quite started yet. But, yeah, we're having a lovely time here-ish. I feel bad that he lost his ticket. That sucks beyond words. But we should be good to go shortly. Heading our way. Pardon the bouncy. I cell phone. You know, what can I do? Going to be struggling with my shirt today. It keeps falling off my shoulder. That's okay. We may attempt a water ride. Well, I may attempt a water ride today. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun day. I think the only thing he hasn't seen is the Jimmy Fallon and the Fast and Furious rides, which are going to be relatively easy to get through and do with the virtual lines and the things there. They never get too bad. A lot of people don't like the Fast and Furious ride. It's a lot like the King Kong ride. And the Jimmy Fallon one, because you can do the virtual line, you can switch off there. So I'm actually going to finish up now because I see someone coming up, and given the amount of time I've been on here, I'm guessing that is our Uber driver. So, see you in the park. Good morning, everyone. So we are standing in Universal. That's the Hogwarts Express. Oh, we've got, what house are we? Gryffindor? Gryffindor. We've got a Gryffindor. Good. Hey, Gryffindor strong. So we are getting ready to board the Hogwarts Express. We have already ridden the Fast and Furious ride. Let me get Drew in here. And we're headed over so we can go to Skull Island. And we can do the Raptor encounter and other fun stuff over there so that we can have lunch at Mythos and then be back in time to go do a ride or two and meet my friend. And we're not going to film on the train, I'm sorry, but we can maybe show you what the cars look like as we go in, and then I'll turn everything off. But we're making some decent time. We got here a little bit later than I wanted. It's only 45 minutes into the day. We're on to our second experience, and we got in a couple minutes after 8. So here we are. Let you see what's going on here. We're going to follow Gryffindor, because Gryffindors are always smart. I don't want to hear any of my Hufflepuffs complaining. Thank you. Some nice little details in here. We're in cabin A. Cabin A.
Do you want to sit together?
We don't have to, but we can. We're coming in here. And now that we're in, we do a very quick view of the room, which you probably can't see because it's really dark. And then we're going to see you after the ride. Bye. Hi guys, we are now in line for the Forbidden Journey. It is about an hour wait, so it could be far, far worse. Normally that whole area up there is packed, and then they start filling in down here where we are. They actually seem to have switched it around. I walked farther back than I ever have before, but they've got everything kind of light and quickly moving through the section. I think they're moderating how they let people in between the fast pass lane and the regular lane. We are going to probably try to single rider it if it will speed up our time, because right now the wait time's about an hour. Of course, Gringotts is already 3 hours, and it is, sorry, pardon the ground guys, barely after 9 o'clock. So yeah, we decided it would be easier to come over here. We'll do this, we'll do Skull Island, we'll do the Raptor encounter, we'll just keep playing it by ear, see what happens. Hey look, you know, if I had the tons of arm strength, this would be a fabulous angle for me to be filmed at. But yeah, but you get the, oh, that's your good shoulder, okay. So we can't take anything into the ride, nothing. So once we get to that point, we should be good. I mean, it's just muscle strength, it's just me being lazy. So, there I am singing again. We are doing the magic try not to touch any of the handrails. One of my tricks that I have is I bring a scarf with me. I wear a different scarf every day. A, it keeps me warm when I go into any of the overly air-conditioned areas because I tend to chill easily. Pretty sunlight. B, when I have to touch a hand railing, I don't. I just sit there and I put my hand through the scarf, so that way I don't pick up everything that every person who's ever walked in here also has. Hence the sneezing I just heard behind me. Yeah, it's really pretty.
This time.
Yeah, he's gotten compliments on his lights, on his hat. They said, what did he say to you?
He said, I found the lights, and it's on this gentleman over here. Did you bring enough for the whole class?
There you go, because we are at school now. And then, of course, in the distance, you can see the Jurassic Park area. Once we get out of here, my goal is to hit a butterbeer and then head over to Skull Island and the Raptor encounter, which I know I already said, but I'm really excited. It starts at 10 a.m., so by the time we get out of here, it should be about perfect timing. And we're moving along pretty good here. I mean, it is going to be, and probably when we get inside, it's going to be a lot more crowded, but they're moderating the speed, which is kind of nice. We're going to take a break. Okay, just go into the official nod of approval, and we'll see you on the flip side. This is one he's done before, so it's nothing new. Yeah, I really do sing a lot when I speak. It's kind of funny. But yeah, so that's where we are. That's where we're headed now. We'll talk to you in just a little bit. Bye.
Oh no! Sarah, is it your birthday? Do you want to make it to next year's birthday? Let's take your family and run. We got it! Get that out of there!
Right this way, everyone. Thank you so much.
Two.
Where from?
Maryland.
Hey, Marilyn, can you put those bags right over there? You can give that to Ariel. Marilyn, as you approach, turn your back towards her.
I'm a redhead.
Yeah, eye contact is a sign of confrontation. Keep your back to you. guys are doing great. This one's a video. Wave to the camera. Sir, she does not like those lights on that hat. You're going to want to get out of there and get out of there quick. Thanks, guys.
The ride I will not go on. Why will I not go on it? Just keep watching. This is the reason I will not go on this ride. That is another reason I will not go on that ride. Those are the many reasons I will not go on that ride. Hey there, so we have done Skull Island, we have done Castle Ride, we are Fast and Furious, a whole bunch of other stuff. We're heading on our way. Butterbeer and the Raptor encounter. We met a family in the front line, and his only one thing that he wanted to do this entire trip was the Raptor encounter. So we were giving them some inside information and some fun stuff that we had learned, just having a laugh with them. When the kids walked away for a second, we let them in on a couple other pieces of information, and it was a hoot. They had a great time. They were looking at their pictures and video, and I got some video here, which you guys should probably have just seen. And now we're into the Lost Continent.
Barely contain myself. This is gonna be so great. It's gonna be a whale of a time. You don't have to laugh. That's it. Hammer is coming down, striking. Woo! Good reaction. I think you're a fan of heavy metal. I am. So am I. All I do all day. Let's take a look now. Wise fish.
Trying to avoid putting people in. That was my finger. Hi guys, so this is the annual pass holders lounge. It is very squishy and comfy. I'm in a very squishy, way comfy seat.
The light shuts off, it's done.
Okay, so I'm pulling a Sprite out. It's gonna go flip, flip, and then I'm putting it on here and it's gonna do its thing. All right guys, here we go. Taking a lovely cold Sprite, we're gonna go flip, flip, and then we're gonna place it on there. Oh, I see there's a fluid in the little cup. So there's a little fluid down here, and I don't know if you can see, it's already icing everything up in there. And I don't know if it's the light or the vibration of the other fluid that's causing it, but it's gone slushy. And then I'm supposed to open it, and that's when it does its full thing.
And take a drink.
Okay, here we go. It is both carbonated and slushy. This is very strange. It's good though, but it's very strange. Very cool. Thank you very much.
No problem.
And I didn't have to hold my own camera for the first time this entire trip. Woohoo! See y'all later, guys. Fixture, and we are just kind of chilling and relaxing now. We decided to kind of be done for the night. Feet are hurting. We picked up chocolate from Toothsome after dinner. We went and watched the Christmas lights. We did a slow walk back, did a little bit more shopping for some odds and ends. And now we're just chilling and relaxing, just kind of enjoying it. It's early enough that we may get back in time to use the hot tub tonight, which we're kind of excited about, or just become comatose because tomorrow's a long day. We've got the Wild Africa Trek in the morning, and then we're going to go to Magic Kingdom for a few last-minute rides in the afternoon, and then we are headed to Epcot to finish out the night and see Illuminations. We are going to be meeting up with some of Drew's friends and potentially some other people I know, and it's going to be a lovely, lovely evening. We're very excited about it. But this was the trick that was given to me, was to Uber. When you're going to Universal, if you're Ubering, don't Uber to the park itself. Uber to the Hard Rock Hotel, because it costs less to come here rather than to come to the parks. And once you, just keeping an eye out, once you get to here, it's a very simple, quiet walk out the back of the hotel and down the road to get to the security check. And the security check there is much smaller, much quicker. There were like 2 people ahead of me. They were ahead of me, and we were done within like a minute, and in the park. So it was so much less stressful, so much more peaceful to get in. So if you're not parking your own car, this is a really nice option. It is the end of day 6. I am eating my dessert that was left over from the Hollywood Derby. There were 2 gluten-free options, one that would travel and one that would not. So I got 3 of the one that would travel. So I have a lot of chocolate mousse cake. We are back to the rooms. I jumped in the shower and just soaked my feet, and my ankles are looking a little swollen. So I'm going to elevate. We decided that it was too much effort to go downstairs to the hot tub, so we didn't. We were just kind of chilling in the room. It was a long day. We have learned that trick, as I mentioned, of, I'm going to slide in. I'm sliding off the bed here. Of going to, when you're going to Universal, if you're Ubering, if you're not staying on property, go to the Hard Rock Hotel. Plus, it's a much more peaceful walk. It's just this very quiet green path. It's very nice. I'm so happy when I'm doing it. I have
less rock and roll than one might think. The actual hotel itself is blasting the rock and roll music in the lobby, at least, but the pathway is delightfully quiet and charming, and you have garden walkways and you have lit paved walkways. It's your option.
I did get a frozen butterbeer as we left. Saturday I will try to get a hot one first thing in the morning.
All the bases.
Yeah. If the fudge is okay, the ice cream, in the ice cream at Florian's, I prefer getting the clotted cream ice cream with the Mexican chili ice cream. The last time I went to get it, she went, "Well, that's spicy." I went, "Mm-hmm." No, I mean, it's spicy. I just want you to know it's spicy. I went, "I know." Because when you put the clotted cream, chocolate in the wrong part of my pipes, so that sourness of the clotted cream and the creaminess of it against the spiciness with the chocolate, it's just so good. Crowds were insane today. Universal has been getting, especially during Christmas season, has just been getting worse and worse and worse every year. It used to be...
Well, more crowded. Worse.
Well, that's what I mean. The crowds, yeah. Well, in terms of crowd, it used to be that when you would get up the morning of the 25th, the morning of the 27th, park was empty. I mean, you could walk onto multiple rides. And while it started out a little slow, it picked up. The Gringotts Bank ride was over 5 hours long today. I don't know how long the single riders got, but we were walking by was talking about how they paid $700 and something for one day to come to the parks and stood in line for 5 hours. And at that point your day's shot for these guys. my guess is that they were of an age range where, they couldn't do the single riders, because some people will try to set their kids into a single rider, and that's not okay. With us, we can split up and do single rider. My Men in Black score was 89,000 and change. From some of the tricks I learned, I know it can get maxed out much higher than that. My aim is crappy. But I did get much better. I think I was the best in the car, or at least I was the best in my row, because the guy next to me had 13,000 and the girl next to him had barely 2,000. So they were, how did you do that? I was like, well, I learned a couple tricks, and I told them what they were. He's like, and you didn't tell us beforehand? I went, well, if you did them, I couldn't get the points. He's like, ah. So it was very funny. What other things? What was your score in Men in Black? You told me.
32,000.
32,000.
I actually learned some of the tricks that Michelle had taught me, but she didn't remember them all, and I was having a real difficult time with my laser gun. So some of the guns actually have a brighter dot than others, and mine was a real dim dot.
He used a dim dot. That is our quote of the day. That is the official quote of the day.
Oh, we had another quote of the day earlier.
I didn't like it as much. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was okay, but it wasn't exciting.
It wasn't as good as the
I like the dim dot.
creamy kumquat.
The creamy kumquat was pretty fabulous. Okay, so honesty now. I didn't forget them. I just didn't want to tell you if we ended up in the same car because I wanted to do them myself. There are two tricks. That's why I tried yelling them at you right before you got on when we realized we were going to be in different cars.
Selfish.
Damn Skippy, I want to do it. I'm the one who watched all the videos. So there are two tricks, if you're in there, that I know of. The one I shared with him is when you're shooting, don't shoot at the really obvious monsters. Generally, there are little guys that come out of windows. And if you can shoot at those guys in the windows, those end up giving you more points. Also, the thing that says, don't press the red button, emergencies only, at some point in the ride, that red button is going to light up. And if you are the first person in your car to hit it, when it goes off, you get, I think, like a 50,000 bonus. Also,
so I beat your score. I just didn't get
you just hitting the button, yeah. No, actually, I was 89 and you said you were 32,
okay.
So I still won. The other one is, at one point you're driving across from another one of the cars, and if you there's this kind of tall curvy thing at the top that flashes red, and if you shoot that red thing, it will make the other cart spin and it will give you points. And the more times you can do that, of course, it's fun to make the other group spin and before they make you spin too.
She taught me that, and I actually made the other team dizzy. They may have been puking.
There you go. We did not do the Simpsons ride. We've done it before. I get real motion sickness and end up keeping my eyes closed through most of it. He was not in the mood for it. We did, most importantly, I think the biggest thing for me was seeing my friend Brent. He did not have much time at all. His schedule's been real crazy. So we got maybe 5 minutes, but it was really lovely to see him and to hug him and to know he was okay. And that was really fabulous. It made me very, very, very happy. So tomorrow's plan. The morning is the Wild Africa Trek. This is the tour we had to get scheduled 3 times. It is in the safari. We are walked over with, they're going to, put us in security vests and carabiner things and hook us to wires and then walk us across an incredibly rickety bridge that goes across the hippo and the crocodiles. Then touring information. I haven't seen this whole part of the tour, but it's learning about the conservation, learning about the animals and how they care for them. And then at the end, or somewhere toward the end, we will get lunch, a light breakfasty thing actually, on the savannah with the animals all around. But when we went through the safari on the other tour we took, which took us through the safari, it was supposed to be the night safari, but it was still way too bright.
VIP.
What?
VIP.
Yeah, the VIP tour we took on the first day. We saw the little place where the other people were sitting and having their meal. So we're like, oh, that's where we're going to be, near the flamingos and near the other cool stuff. So we were really looking forward to that. Then we're going to leave there. We've got lunch at Jungle Skipper Canteen. And I think we fast passed Buzz Lightyear and the Pirates of the Caribbean. And we have a fast pass for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train again. and we'll see if that's the way we want to go or if we want to go a different direction. And then we will leave the parks from there, head over to Epcot. We're going to meet two of Drew's friends, potentially somebody that I know through some of the vlogs that I've been watching, which is very up in the air if that's going to happen at all.
But it's exciting.
It will be exciting. It'll be nice to meet them because I've been watching them for at least a half a year, if not a full year, and they're one of maybe 8 different vloggers I've been watching on YouTube. And if people are interested in any of the vlogs I've been watching, I can share them along with you.
Follow the links above.
Or below, actually, I think. But well, actually, if you look in the YouTubes, they'll say, and I've linked them below, or I've linked them up here, or whatever, which I am not doing. We have to be at Animal Kingdom for the tour at 7:45 in the morning, which means we really need to be like walking out the door here at 7 so that the Uber picks us up at 7:15 and we can safely be at Animal Kingdom because it's a little farther off. That's just true, closing the windows. So getting home and getting to sleep really early was useful because if we're out the door at 7, we need to be up at 6. And then when we get home, which will be late, we'll be having to pack everything up so we can leave in the morning, take our stuff downstairs, and then go to Universal and get our stuff and enjoy. Anything exciting you want to add?
Everyone loved my hat.
Hey, you got lots of compliments. Oh, wait, you have to show them what you did. Show them your hat.
Oh, they've been watching the videos.
No, they need to see your hat. Not everyone's watched all of them.
That's true. Go back and watch all of them. Follow the links above.
Follow the links above. He's going to put the hat on. So this is the hat for Jim. Jim, if you're watching, this is the hat he got, although he's added his holiday Christmas lights. Giving them a profile shot. There you go, spinning, la la la. So he took the necklace, the camera, and gave us a holiday lights. He double wrapped them around this fabulous Indiana Jones style leather hat he got at Chapel Hats. And and he was wearing those and he got lots of compliments. Some that, they were saying to him, oh, look, we found the holiday lights. Did you bring enough for everyone else? So it was a good laugh. We did meet at Toothsome the I don't remember the character's name, who is the lady who's in charge of everything in her robot cohort. They were walking around. We started talking costuming with them. The owner's daughter. Well, the owner died, and she's now in charge.
Right.
So
Technically, the robot's in charge. But
is he? Oh, well, she still kind of runs things. She owns it. So they were walking around together. His character, while he's lovely, was very hard to hear with all the ambient noise because he's speaking through something that's kind of making his voice sound microphone-ish as it comes out. What is it? Voice box? Box. And unfortunately, it was breaking up and hiding some of his stuff. It was hard to hear what he was saying. But she was lovely and charming. It was a different actress than we had last time. Confession, I don't own Mickey ears. I own very little that is screamingly Mickey because I just don't. As much as a Disney fan as I have become over this time, I am generally not doing that. So I did pick up a wonderful mid-range warm jacket that's got embroidered. It's a black jacket, like a quilted jacket, but embroidered in the pattern on the black jacket are Mickey ears. So honey stick.
Honey stick.
He got honey sticks. There was a honey shop in Disney Springs, and they were recommending, what is it, Sage Mill? What?
Oh man, I don't remember, but that's not what we got. We
didn't.
Checked out with the honey sticks, and then she said, before you leave, make sure you try. And it had something that was supposed to help with sore throats and coughs and stuff like that.
It was an antibiotic or higher end antibacterial. The honey.
Savannah Bee Company is just the name, just in case anybody's interested in looking
And they're
at what
actually
they
in
sell.
Savannah and a couple other places that I've seen them. They make a pretty decent Tupelo honey. I like their Tupelo that I've had once before. But there was, I think in whatever that Sage Mill or Sawbridge or whatever that special honey was the most mild. It was almost not sweet, but it was, it was honey. It was still a little bit sweet, but it was not weirdly flavored and sweet as some of the other ones were. So it was really, really nice to eat. Pardon me, I realized I'm bouncing around here because I'm actually still rubbing my feet because they, plantar fasciitis was trying to flare, so I'm doing all kinds of work. Oh, my step count.
Barking.
Yeah, the puppies are barking. I'm charging my Fitbit, which looks like it's good enough now. So I will tell you that today, leaving at 7 and getting back early, I'm already at 19,051 steps, and we're in. And the other nights we had been out. So there was a lot. I'm going to pop you down for a second while I do this. There was a lot of walking from park to park. This is the best angle to look at my double chin, isn't it?
Raptor experience.
Oh God, the Raptors were so much fun. Except I think they bit Drew's head.
They bit my ear.
Ooh, the Raptor was hitting on Drew. They bit his ear. So it's blue now. They used to have the brown Raptors, and then they updated it with the last movie, so blue comes out.
I don't want to disappoint anybody, but the experience was slightly different, for me at least.
Yeah.
I thought that
Fewer handlers.
2 years ago,
You hold this for 1 second.
you were looking really at walking up in the line and just kind of hearing shrieks and the dinosaurs roaring, and not roaring, but making that caw noise that they make. And it was disarming because you couldn't see what was going on at all. And so when we were walking up this time, the line is actually able to see everything that's happening, not only with the dinosaur, but also with the guests and their reactions. And so nobody who gets up there and rounds that corner is surprised anymore, because you've watched 4 or 5 families push through. But it was still magnificent. It was still a lot of fun. It's just a slightly less scary ride now, or a scary experience, photo experience.
Yeah. Well, now the other thing I will say is the handler I had this summer, the handler we saw today was okay. I mean, he did his job. He was okay. The handler that I saw in June, who looked like, oh God, Canadian actor, was in Finian's Rainbow, the remake, the stage show. Black hair. He was in American Horror Story. In the last 2 episodes, he was one of the warlocks who got killed. And I always forget this actor's name.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, and he was in 30 Rock for a little while. All right, well, he looked a lot like that actor, and was funny as hell. Just really charming. And then prior times that we've gone, it's been more than one handler. It's been a photographer and like 2 or 3 handlers working the line. And I think that adds to the experience, because then you're like, oh, maybe they can't control it. And it was a little odd to only have the one person there. But I mean, it was.
We had 2 handlers, but one of them was carrying our phone, or our cameras.
I didn't think that was that person. Maybe, but she wasn't
She was
talking.
dressed that way. No, she wasn't talking.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That usually the handlers are much more dynamic and much more engaged.
Yeah.
So that was the only thing that was disappointing. But of course, we'll probably go back and do it again tomorrow if we can. What? So what are you most looking forward to in the next day? The tour, seeing Rob, going to.
Well, definitely. My buddy from high school that I grew up with, really kind of my brother from another mother, who literally lived at our house when something changed with his house situation. He and I are best buds, so catching up with him and catching up over the years, and hearing stories about his daughter, and spending more time with he and his new wife. That's all good. But also, I'm really looking forward to this tour tomorrow. I mean, that sounds just amazing. And I know you're scared of heights and scared of walking over crocodiles. Who isn't? Or
Well,
alligators.
falling into the crocodiles from the height is really the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
they can jump pretty high, so
oh, shut up.
that's true.
Yeah, but they can't jump that high, or they would make them higher.
No, they can't get you off the bridge. But if you were to actually,
They
slip
can't
off the
clip
bridge-
their wing. They clip their wings. So yes. So the tour is going to be really amazing. This is one of the experiences that Drew had as his top of his list that when we planned this tour. And can you vouch for the fact that if we're tired or we want to change things, I am willing to change the plan at a moment's notice?
Yeah, I will definitely validate that.
Okay, thank you.
Being the one who has said, "Come on, we gotta go."
Then I will say, okay, we gotta go, and we say this. We can make this, and this happen. We can do this on the way, or we can just drop it. So, what time is it? It's 10:16. We do want to try to get to bed and get some sleep. We're gonna crawl into sleep and get up really early, and have a wonderful, wonderful trip. I think tomorrow. anything you curious about or want to have us say something about, just drop a line, and can't make a guarantee, but we'll take a look if it's fitting with where we're headed next.
Did you mention Fast and Furious? I know you.
We barely did. We did a little bit. Well, what were your thoughts on Fast and Furious? You gave your thoughts about it. That it was good, but it was not something you would ever rush to do again.
Right. It was a 3D movie. It was an immersive thing where you were part of the action. I don't know if anybody's seen the new Skull Island Kong exhibit. The old classic Kong is gone, and now it's this new, and it's very, very similar. Fast and Furious versus Kong.
Although one of the things I did know, someone had mentioned that they hated when you wear the 3D glasses. An amazing animatronic of Kong at the very end of the ride. But because you're wearing the 3D glasses, you don't realize that it's a live thing, or you just don't see the detail as well. So I actually went and took my glasses off at the very, very end, and it really is a stunning animatronic. It really, really is. I was impressed. But
Imagine Lincoln 40 feet tall.
Lincoln 40, and moving with a lot more flexibility than Lincoln does. So, all right, we're going to call it a night. We hope you guys are having a fabulous evening. Well, we'll be touching by and saying hi and stuff all day tomorrow. And we won't be able to show you any of the tour, I don't believe. I'll be able to take my camera and video camera and maybe do some footage, but I won't be doing the live streaming type stuff at that point. But that's about it. I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening and a happy holiday season. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Singing hey ho, a maiden's life, 1, 2, 3. Hey ho, a maiden's life, won't you drink with me?